here we are. Hey everyone. It's time for some more kind words today. I think today's, thing is just gonna kind of be chilling, We're just gonna be vibing to some music and, giving out advice. Nothing too much to it, to be honest with you. There we go. I think that's framed correctly, right? There, This is always so complicated. There we go. That's good enough, I think. That is good enough for me, I think. Okay, let's view some requests. Cannot read that, so, sadly we cannot help. Sometimes I feel like whole living is too much for me to handle. I just want to stop existing for at least for a while, to rest, to stop overthinking. I don't need to prove my worth all the time. No need to do everything 200% because perfectionism. I want to feel better. I think taking a break from time to time is a very important skill to learn. It's very easy to get swept up with life. So many responsibilities, burdens, worries, and aspirations to work towards. Something that helps me is taking a step back and looking at the grand scheme of things. How far have I come since? Where do I want to go? Things like that. At times, a small delay will not hurt, especially if it makes you feel better in the long run. That doesn't mean it's okay to give up, however. There we go. I think that's good, right? Yeah, I think that's good. Just feeling overwhelmed by all my responsibilities and loneliness. I understand how you feel. Life has so much to do and so little time to do the things you actually wanna do at times. I think loneliness follows all of us in some ways. Finding a friend group that you can truly trust and finding people in your life that you don't need to worry about bothering is a blessing. I hope that you find that kind of friend group or relationships soon, and at the same time make sure you take a break. Life is hard, life is lonely, and not all things go well. But keep trying. Everyone has a chance at happiness. You as well. Well, it's not his fault since he didn't intend to things to go badly. His actions caused someone else to go after me because of what he did. I'm being vague, but I don't want to upset yet. I'm targeted simply because I'm connected to my husband. Ooh. That's quite a complicated situation, it sounds. I hope that you and your husband and other people around you are safe. I don't have any advice, but I do hope the best for you and those you care about. I think that's all I can really say here, right? I think that's all I can really say here. If only you could see through my eyes. That's how special you are to me. I feel so lucky having a friend like you. That's a very sweet message. I do wish that at times I could see through others' eyes as well. Human emotions, relationships, and that kind of stuff is too complicated sometimes. Would be nice understanding what people meant at times. I spelled meant wrong, didn't I? Oh well. Oh well. If applicable, what is one thing you like and dislike about your undergraduate program on information technology? I'm a computer science major, not a computer information technology dude. I've honestly been feeling very much so lonely, scared, and honestly just not here. I have so much of fear of people leaving me, and when I get scared, they push away from me. I don't know what to do anymore. I'm so tired of trying and then just losing people. I am in very much the same situation at times. I try very hard to keep people close, but that desire to keep people close often ends up leading me to pushing them away inadvertently. It's something I have to work on, but at the same time, I'm used to being alone. I don't have to like that fact though. I hope you find people that will stay, regardless of your worries and fears. And I hope you will find people that you can trust to not leave you one day. I'm working on that as well. It's not easy. I'm super nervous because soon I won't be able to live in my current apartment. My partner and I have found a new place, but they may not accept cats, of which I have two. I don't want to give them up, but I need a place to live. Perhaps you have a friend or family who are willing to help take care of them. Well, it is unfortunate, and I wish you didn't have to give up your cats. Perhaps it is the only choice at this moment. Sometimes we have to make choices and compromises and take losses that we are unwilling to survive. I hope that you can find a solution, however, without said compromise. Something that works out for you in the end. I don't have the best advice for this, to be honest with you. I think, you know, finding a different apartment's an option, but like, you know, money counts, right? Money matters. Not everyone has friends or family willing to take care of cats either, you know? I hope you can find a place to stay which will allow you to have cats. There we go. I think it's just hopeless optimism at this point, but sometimes hopeless optimism isn't a bad thing. Sometimes, you know, even when you're sure everything will, you know, go down the drain eventually, it's better to feel optimistic and hopeful than despair for what you can't change. Want to share how ridiculous it is when you talk about stuff you get no response. When you stop talking, they'll say things like, why'd you stop talking? It feels so weird to talk about things and you don't get any response or acknowledgement. I think everyone listens and responds differently to some things. I know that I had a point in my life where I was a good listener, but a passive speaker. It worked with some people. It didn't work with others. Some people love talking, and that's not a bad thing. Meanwhile, others need a constant companion to talk to. To each their own. But if you are talking to someone not compatible, it can be frustrating. I don't mind quieter people, nor do I mind stronger people. You have your own preferences. Pick your friends to those. There we go. I don't know anything about SCP or whatever, so like I can't really say anything. If it just helps people, that's fine, right? Once I heard everybody on Everest was a very motivated, driven person, while Morbid, it somehow helped me take it easier on myself in my workaholic tendencies. Any other somewhat inappropriate quotes that helped you in some ways? I don't know if there's any quotes that did really help me, but let me send my favorite quote of all, right? Let me send my favorite quote of all. As humans, mortals, we are bound to leave behind regrets. What we do now will increase or decrease the weight of the ones we leave behind. We are all struggling, Carl, like the mayflies, just struggling to live another day in this world. There we go. Years can pass, and entire dynasties can change because of a single action. Here, a single action. Roughly paraphrased from Gujiang 3. Sometimes I feel like the whole living is too much for me to handle, and I just want to stop existing at least for a while. Okay, we've already done this one. We have already done this one. This isn't for me, but someone else, and I don't have personal experience with jealousy, so I need help. Someone is jealous that I'm hanging out with someone, and I'm trying to calm them down and let them know it's okay. They want to be away when we are together. Huh. Jealousy can stem from a lot of things. A overly possessive outlook. They are mine and only mine. A fear of losing people. If they like X more than me, I might lose them. A, how do I say it? Feeling of abandonment. They're spending so much time with X, I don't get to spend any time with them myself. Or other things. Or just envy. I wish that was me instead. different from person to person, but I think the best way to, what is it? I think the best way to reassure someone is always to just promise them that you'll be their friend, or so on, regardless of your friendship with others. Just because I don't have enough space. I've been dating someone and I've come to realize that they only really wanted any sexual aspects of me. It hurts because they tell me they love me, but they kind of just leave and ignore me when it's not sexual. But I just got 8 years of abuse, so it feels good to even hear I love you. Okay. I think love is a very addictive drug. It can easily turn people towards, what is it called? Towards relationships which aren't exactly healthy for them. I think something important to do after getting out of a very serious or abusive relationship is to take time for yourself. In moments when you are vulnerable and needy and need someone else's help to feel happy, perhaps instead of seeking out someone else, you can find happiness within yourself and the strength to not need someone. It's always nice to have someone, but needing is a bit much. At your own health? No thanks. There we go. My dreams feel so real that sometimes I get confused about what's real and what isn't. But then I think to myself that the feelings I have are real. I wonder if reality is as stable as who would you like to think? Is thoughts advice? In some ways, our dreams are a manifestation of our subconscious and conscious thoughts. I think that if you really want something, feel something, and so on, it can become real in your dreams. Dreams may not be real, but the things you experience in them are part of the way you process this reality we live in. Be it fear, love, want, hopes, desires. Perhaps your dreams can help you understand yourself. There we go. I can't keep fighting. I'm so tired of this medical debt weighing on me. Money is such a huge issue on me that I would rather put a bullet through my head. I'm working long hours and I don't have time to spend on my hobbies. It's breaking me. That's a very tough situation to be in. Sadly, the United medical system and system of debt and etc. Is not great. Not just in the US, but a lot other places as well. I hope you do find time for your hobbies and passions, And I hope eventually you can push through all this. I don't think putting a bullet through your head is ever the solution. Never. Yeah, no, I don't think that's ever a good idea. I realized I truly did not matter to my family. My ideas are shut down often despite being nearly 30. I'm treated like a child, abused emotionally. I'm nothing but a pawn to them, someone to mold or control. I'll never get their acceptance nor respect. Some families are like that. The sad reality is you can't choose who you're born into. Whose family? Yeah, whose family you're born into. That does not mean, however, that you will always be in such a situation. You can break free and leave your life behind if it is so tough. Or you can keep trying to make the best your situation. There are many roads to happiness. Some, however, are dead ends. Make sure that if nothing seems to be changing, that you don't expect it to change. Some hopes have come to light. Sometimes you have to take your own happiness into your own hands. There we go. Well, it's not his fault, since he didn't intend to things go badly. Okay, we already read this one. An opposite-sex friend thought I was hating on them. I don't want to lose a friend, so I wrote a letter in a calm tone saying I wasn't doing anything, and they replied politely. All went well till 2 days later when I brought this up and said thank you. They suddenly went mad for no reason. Whew. I am unsure about the situation. It could be due to many reasons. I will try not to speculate. I think at times when the situation is emotionally charged, like that, it is best to take a step back. Sometimes time is the best solution. All you can give situation. Make sure not to push too hard, and at the same time, make sure not to needlessly get beat up as well. I wish you luck. Try not to jump to conclusions. I do that too often. Any advice for someone to go to psychology as a Bachelor of Arts? I'm going to uni and haven't taken any course related to psychology, but I love Myers-Briggs and social studies, and I thought that would be the best thing for me to do. School's expensive. The first year, I think, is always used more or less to find your true passions. Remember, even if you spend a year and still feel uncertain about what you're going into, that does not mean you are locked in. The first year tends to be more of your general courses, and the second often still allows you space to move around. Um, Here we go. There's not much basis in Myers-Briggs test in psychology, sadly. However, try out a year. If you don't like it, perhaps you will find a new passion. Take your time. And remember, the end is never the end. There was a nasty incident and a rumor in December at school that nobody quite realizes how bad it's shaking me up. Even now, it still doesn't leave my head. How do I express it without being put down as the wrong one in this situation? I am unsure of the exact situation, so I can't help but feel at a loss when giving advice. I do know, however, that sometimes a healthy, what is it called? Healthy hobby can help you vent some stress or woes. Perhaps poetry, perhaps art, or something else. If you must clear your name or announce something, however, I think doing it uprightly and honestly is the best way. Trying your best and being honest, I think, is always a solution. There we go. It's as though the world is against me all the time. I keep disappointing people, getting others angry and stressed. I don't mean it too, and it hurts. I'm an unorganized mess, diagnosed with depression, anxiety, and alexithymia, and ADHD. I just want a good life. I think one of the things you learn in life is you can't make everyone happy. Some people will get on your what is it called, on your case, even if you have done nothing wrong. Of course having diagnosed mental illnesses, or mental, what is it called? It's not a mental illness, it's like not deficiency, disorders, mental disorders will make it harder to find friends or people who respect you, but I can assure you that it's possible. While it won't be as easy, just keep trying your best. Make sure that you try and surround yourself with kind and understanding people who won't judge you for your not deficiencies, for you being the way you are. I'm trying to very carefully word this because, like, you know, disorders aren't always so bad, right? Like depression, that definitely sucks, right? But, like, you know, part of this stuff is, like, you know, their identity, right? Because I know that people with, like, autism and everything don't always see it as a bad thing, right? Or, like, they don't always want to get rid of it. Because, you know, while it may make things harder, right? At the same time, you know, it's an integral part of who they are. I'm trying not to, like, you know, call these, like, deficiencies or, like, you know, like, illnesses or whatever else, just because that has a really bad connotation, and I don't want to, you know, strengthen that kind of kind of rhetoric, right? So I'm being very careful with how I'm wording this kind of stuff. Hey, PJ! How are you doing today? I'm trying to give advice to people. I'm trying to give advice to people right now. I'm an anxious person. I'm Myers-Briggs test. And when someone just stares at me, many times a woman, I feel uncomfortable. How can I react? What can I say? I think that it's natural that people feel uncomfortable when stared at. Sometimes, however, you should just say hi. Greet them. Oftentimes, people just don't know how to start a conversation. And at other times, you know, people will stop staring once they realize they are. I stare sometimes. Sometimes. Unconsciously. And like... yeah. Oh, good luck with that, PJ. Good luck. Have fun with Mario Kart. They got some new levels in the latest game, right? I've heard. Yeah. Sometimes breaking the ice oftentimes leads to a less awkward atmosphere. Sometimes people can't do it for themselves. How are the new levels? I've heard some good things, I've heard some bad things about them. I'm the only one in my family who uses organization apps. It stresses me out when my family says they will do something, or the fact that sometimes their lack of planning affects me. I don't overplan, and I'm flexible if needed, but still, it sucks sometimes. Having a lack of control, or assurance in your life can be very hard. I know for a fact that my own family tends to not tell me things beforehand, and that messes up my schedule a lot of the time. I hope that you can communicate that kind of thing with your family, and at the same time, I hope you're close enough to them to be able to remind them when they are falling behind. Sometimes it's not intentional, and all people need is a good push to get back on track. There we go. I have a girl who lives nearby, and we grew up together from elementary school to high school. This year's the last day before we graduate. I asked her to go out to the movie, but she said her mom didn't allow. This is the end. Living in China, so the spare time is very few. I think at times things just don't work out. If you have feelings for her, please confess openly to her. And if she says no, drop the subject. At times you can't do much but accept your fate. At others, you may want to push further on and, and try to see if you can make things work. Not everything works out, however, and not everyone is in a situation where they can or should date. So make sure to not only be assertive in what you want, but also understanding if things don't work out. I wish you the best of luck, my friend. Yeah, love is tough, man. Love is pretty dang tough, you know? I feel like I have absolutely nothing going for me. I have no degree, a pretty boring low-wage job at a home job, no friends or social circle, still living with my parents. I feel like a robot with no direction. I have no one. I don't know what to do. I think living with your parents isn't the worst things at times. It means you don't have to pay rent, or possibly even pay for food. Use this to your advantage. Save up and save for what you want to do in life. That's good, that's good. I've seen a lot of mods for, like, you know, the shading for a lot of the Mario Kart levels, you know? I'm glad they're okay. Doing life. Perhaps you want to get back into schooling. College is never off the table, even if you're older. Perhaps you want to try and go for some vocational jobs. Those are almost always in demand. Perhaps you want to pursue a hobby. Whatever you're going towards, try wholeheartedly to pursue them. I'm glad they're okay so far. Were they worth the money? I hope they were worth the money, you know? I'm so angry and frustrated with something that's going on with my life right now. I don't want to feel this way, but I don't know how to calm my anger and let my frustrations go. I just want to rip something apart and cry, but I think that'd make me more sad. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. There we go. I'm so angry and frustrated with something that's going on with my life right now. I don't want to feel this way. I think sometimes crying or screaming or ripping things apart is okay. While not the prettiest, I think that it can help vent some frustrations. I try and make sure that when I vent my frustrations, however, that I don't hurt anyone I care about in the process. Making art out of pain is also an option. Pursuing hobbies is also an option. For me, poetry has helped a lot. However, at times, I still do feel at a loss. I hope whatever is happening, I don't know how to spell, in your life, it gets better. I'm cheering you on. There we go. Thank you for the stretch redeem as well. There we go. I called the police yesterday to help a lady who was being abused. Her husband kept scolding me and I scolded him too. I told the nurses in the hospital to take care of her. I left my phone number with her, but I was afraid that her husband would hurt her again. I think at times you can't do much. However, that was very brave of you for trying to help this lady. On one end, it is not your responsibility, so don't feel guilt for what happens. On the other, there are many ways to make sure that she is okay. Perhaps call or message her every few days. Perhaps, check up on her if you can. Or perhaps have a conversation with her about her situation. There are many ways to help, but remember to not harm yourself in the process. Stay safe. I think that's a very tough situation to be in, because at times you do feel powerless for that kind of stuff, right? Like sometimes you just can't do anything. And I hope that they can do something to help that lady. But at the same time, I hope that they don't put themselves into any danger or like self-harm in the process. Because that's a very serious issue. That is a very serious issue, and I do know that guilt and all that kind of stuff can be very powerful. Sometimes you can't do anything more than what you've already done though, right? And so I hope that they are doing the best that they can. What's your favorite meal that brings back such good memories? What is that memory that you don't mind sharing? Funny enough, a meal that reminds me of my childhood is the Salisbury steak TV dinners. I used to eat them all the time at my grandparents' house when I was little. It was always my favorite meal back then. I remember just playing around with my food at the table and just, you know, just mixing it all together. It's not luxurious by any means, but it brings back a more innocent time in my mind. I wish those moments didn't. There we go. Been feeling very unmotivated lately. Any advice or stories about how you overcome obstacles in your life? Do I have any good stories of this nature? I'm not exactly sure. I am not exactly sure. Here we go. Well, it's silly. Sometimes I set myself near impossible goals in games or hobbies. For example, I myself have spent like 15. Yeah, we just write letters to respond to other people and like give advice and try to make someone's day a better place, you know? The entire game is literally just an anonymous forum where people can ask for help or advice and stuff like that. And I don't really ask for advice myself, I just try my best to help out when I can. Like 15 hours on defeating the first boss in Elden with the worst kit. Yeah, these are from real people. I'm trying my best to actually help people, you know? Would SD cards be a good idea to store DVD ISOs? Would it last longer than regular disc? I know a hard drive would be better, but I like the idea of having like a regular DVD. Regular disc can get scratched up, but if you keep careful care of them, they should last long enough. Cards in the modern day, as well as as well as USB drives, USB slash pen drives, can store more and are often more durable, just because they don't have a easy to scratch surface or moving parts. I think there is a romance to the idea of having DVDs still, but at the same time, if you have the money, why not do both? Have a DVD and a hard drive, or thumb drive, or SD card. Yeah, the game is literally called Kind Words because it's all about giving kind words to people anonymously without like any hope of reciprocation or any of that stuff, right? I like helping people. It's something that calms me down when my thoughts are a bit more worried. I try my best to do stuff like that, you know? In a 3-year-long relationship, I've never felt so run down as now. Got some new online friends 6 months ago, and my relationship was instantly filled with jealousy and a need for control. I'm not perfect, and might be causing this myself, but I'm so tired. Now, when will it end? I think that communication is key, as well as understanding yourself. Look for the root of your jealousy and perhaps have a conversation about it. You might be superimposing your own worries and fears onto the situation. However, at the same time, they may have some merit. Please be careful about letting your worries and fantasies run wild. But at the same time, please make sure that you take care of yourself and not harm anyone else in the process. Communication, self-reflection. They are key. There we go. Yeah, the game is all about just trying to help people, you know? Please anyone, I just need someone to give me reassurance since my partner never does. That is perhaps something you should talk about and evaluate in your relationship. At times, things can be overcome by speaking. At others, you may find yourselves incompatible. I wish you the best of luck. And remember, you'll be fine if you look out for yourself. You got this. Pretty simple request. I just need some good distressing tips. Possibly things outside the usual, taking deep breaths and stuff. Things have been pretty overwhelming recently. I could get some more coping mechanisms. Please and thanks. Oh, my microphone just fell. Sorry about that. While it won't help in the moment, having a hobby to vent your frustrations and thoughts can help. For me, that's poetry. It helps me line up my thoughts and put them in a format which is both beautiful and also, understandable. So it's not just my thoughts flying at 500 miles per hour. Art works the same way. Writing in general. Music, games, etc. Having a good way to vent your feelings non-destructively is very important. Yeah, it's a good game. It is a very good game. A modern language student writing her bachelor's thesis here. I only have the main info and I feel burnt out. Any general advice? start with your general thesis, then go to organizing your points, then go to writing a really rough draft. Just your general points and how they'll go into each other. Here we go. And how they'll go into each other. Then proofread. Then get someone else to proofread. Then take a break. Then another break. And then get back into it. You got this. I believe in you. There we go. I'm never on the venting side on this game. I'm always on the, the helping side. I'm worried about work. I have to take a very important exam, and I don't know where to find time with my daughters. Anxiety sometimes overcomes me. I think that spending time with your family is very important, but remember, it doesn't have to be much. Explain to them that you have something important coming up, and also make sure you you give yourself 5 to 10 minute breaks from time to time to just talk to them. People underestimate what a few minutes can do. Spending time with family doesn't have to be big trips, and it doesn't have to be a grand event. Just the small things. They matter a lot. I don't have a problem, but if you do, I will listen and use me to vent if it will make you feel better. No. What is the craziest style of clothes you've worn growing up? I once went to church on Christmas, decked out in all black with silver glitter stickers in them. I have a very, very boring outfit choice most of the time, so yeah. My family left me to be responsible for her dying person's care, and it was so isolating that I now no longer have any friends. My life is starting up again, but I don't trust anyone. How can I break cycles and be happy? Effort. You can only break cycles through active and conscious effort. While there are no ways to break them easily, at least none I found, trying your best, even if you fail time and time again, will eventually prove to have results. Happiness is hard to find. Trust is even harder at times. I hope you can find the happiness you are looking for. I hope that you can heal. There we go. I really like this girl. She has autism and can get very anxious. I want to tell her how I feel or make it known, but what's the best way? We have been on some kind of walks and out for ice cream. I'm not sure if she likes me back or not. I always think honesty is the best way. Sometimes it's too easy to be overly subtle, and sometimes it just flies over people's head. Just tell her. Straight up. Bring her somewhere nice. maybe a park or something, and tell her, make sure to be gentle, make sure to be slow, as she is the anxious type, and make sure that if it does go through, that you will communicate as best as you can with her. I sometimes don't pick up on cues, and sometimes I am too subtle with my feelings as well, or not subtle enough. Honesty helps. It does, really. There we go. I don't really know, but I feel like learning new things is one of the easiest ways for me to heal. But at the same time, it feels like it's not really healing at all. Studying at my own pace just makes me feel good. And useful and smart, I guess. I think that learning can be a very valid way of healing. Anything that makes you happy and helps you relieve some stress is indeed a way to heal. Even if it is not conventional, even if it's not popular. Take your time. Healing always takes a long time, and having someone understanding also helps, but isn't necessary, because that understanding person can be yourself. Self-reflection is very important as well. There we go. That's my general tips for healing. I've been dealing with my mental health for a while and feeling so helpless. Now I realize that this place exists, the place where I feel safe. I hope you guys find peace. I hope you feel better as well. Life is tough. Mental health is confusing and not always logical. But hopefully you can rein in this beast that is your own mind. I'm glad you found a safe and healthy, safe outlet for yourself. I hope that you find many more. There we go. I finish an internship next Friday, but my boss has only just looked over the work I've produced for the past 10 weeks and has given me a huge list of changes. I feel like he should have done this week to week, and now we literally have a day or two, and I feel burnt out and I should just hide away. Some things you can't change. Sadly, the reality of the situation is that you are in a stressful one. Make sure to take breaks. Make sure to try your best at the same time. Make sure that no matter what, you don't blame yourself for what's happened. Do your best. I believe in you. Sometimes I suggest proactively asking for advice. There we go. So I cut off all communication with a longtime friend of 2+ years. They told a mutual friend that they felt it was not worth the effort. I found out recently they still hold me having a private Discord server against me when I know they also have multiple. I think that if they are conspiring against you are talking behind your back, they are not worth being friends with. It is always a shock. It is always painful, and it is never easy. But I hope that you do recover from this, whatever, in a healthy and, you know, positive way. Remember, not all friends will leave or backstab you. You just need to pick the right ones. That's what I believe, right? That's what I believe. I feel like it is possible to feel that way, but at the same time, I try and appreciate whenever someone asks me that, because it shows that they do care about how I'm feeling. That makes me feel happy. There we go. Addicted to gaming and drawing. It's all I have at the end of the day when I'm not happy, I try to find something to complete me again. Music doesn't work either, and that's my thing. I feel uncomfy. I feel exhausted. I don't know myself. Help? Interests change, and people change. And sometimes, you know, you need to keep branching out. Hobbies are great, but burnout is real. Do not force yourself to enjoy things. Do not force yourself to like things. Interest will come naturally, and at times spontaneously. Disinterest is the same way. We are always changing. We are never static. Make sure you don't treat yourself as a static person. We're all growing and changing as it is. Oh, this one's a bit dark. This one is a bit dark. I'm gonna hide it just because this is a bit of, you know, this could be very personal for some people like watching this, so I'll try to answer it off screen, and then, you know, and then I will re-share the screen, right? Because I don't want you guys to like feel bad if you guys have any personal experience with this. Urban Mill, that is a undeniable reality of the world we live in. It is scary for sure. Remember that America is a big place, and that most of what you hear is states over. At the same time, do try and keep safe, and do try and take care of yourself. I understand your fear and frustrations, and I understand why this world is so scary. Sometimes, right, you can't give advice, you can just understand what people are going through, right? A data science. Here we go. But I don't want to go. I just want to stay home and play video games all day. Parents won't let me drop out. What do I do? I think that is relatable to a lot of people. However, do understand that school is often for your future. While games give temporary dopamine. At the same time, your parents want what's best for you. Just pure gaming is not a living. You cannot live off of just gaming. Even those who do make money from gaming and can live off of it, need to develop social or economic skills in the meanwhile. Develop your skills, get an education, and eventually you will what is it called? Will have enough income to not worry about school. Getting an education, and remember, school is a temporary thing which may influence the rest of your life. I like games, right? Don't get me wrong. It's just like, bro, don't drop out of school. This sounds like someone's in like high school or middle school and they're trying to drop out because they like games too much. Easily lose weight. Lower caloric intake than your expenditures. This can come in many forms and is different from person to person. Some people work out straight up and diet. Others can play games like Wii Fit, Ring Fit, etc. and enjoy working out. Others walk or swim or join a team or hobby. There are many ways to lose weight. The easiest will always be the one you enjoy the most. Tell me the best way to get closer to someone. I wish I knew. I really did. I really do. I think for me, the easiest way is by spending time with them. I like spending time with people and, just being in their company. Others, not so much. Some people require space. Some people require a hobby you have in common. Some people require affection. Others, strangely enough, require a sense of coldness. I'm not kidding. Everyone's different. I think communication and realizing that not everyone will mesh with you is important. There we go. Nice. Good college. It's been something I've been doing for a few years, but I can't find a good college. I can't really help with this. I don't have any suggestions. I can't help with that one either. Most guys want to get laid on the third date. I am hitting 35. Don't particularly need kids, but I just find a couple buddy, a friend. Is it so hard to find this day and age? What do I do? Try and set boundaries and expectations early on, especially on dating apps. Some people are just there for a fun and quick time. Some people are there for intimacy. Some people are there for love. And others are not interested in love at all. Communication, boundaries, and trying your best. That normally helps. There we go. I'm sure they don't need to hear this, but like, yeah. I feel so much more free now. My partner cheered me up. I have an awesome community to reach out to for support. And I have so much in store for the future. I gotta stop thinking of what could have been. Now it's time for me. Time for the quote. Time for the quote I keep telling everyone. Here's one of my favorite quotes. Mortals are bound to leave behind regrets. What we do now can either increase or decrease the ones we leave behind. We are all like the mayfly, just trying to live another day on this earth. Life is too short to live in the past. I hope you can move on from the past and truly enjoy the current reality you are living in. I believe in you. You got this. There we go. I've got nothing left to live. Multiple times I've really questioned if I had anything, but just about made it. But this time it's different because I felt like this for years now without any relief, despite the therapy, despite the meds, despite the daily exercise, etc. Sometimes that is how things are. Therapy, medicine, and working out is not a placenta for happiness, sadly. Is that the word? No, that is not the word. It is not a one-size-fit-all solution for happiness, sadly. Sometimes what it takes is taking a step back and spending it developing your interest and hobbies. I hope you find something that works for you. I hope that things get better, and I hope that you'll be okay at the end of it all. There we go. It's about a person who got groomed intentionally. They are so sweet but dealt with bad cards. And now I just feel empty. I can't help them. They tried to signal something, but I failed to pick up on it. Sometimes we do miss things like that. And there's nothing we can do now to keep going on. I think we can learn a lesson though of what to look out for and do better in the future. It is regrettable that they couldn't be helped, but I know that one day, I know that there is still a chance for them, and I know that you are genuinely you genuinely have a chance to help someone in a similar situation in the future as well. Just keep trying. We all want to make this world a better place, but sometimes we miss the opportunities to. That is life. We just need to try again. There we go. I think, you know, if you want to help someone and you fail to, you still always have an opportunity to try it, right? What are steps you've taken that have most consistently helped you achieve your goals? Set a hard schedule. Do not back down. If you back down, double it. Leave a punishment for yourself so you can't or are unwilling to push it back. Also, like, give yourself a few days, weeks of buffer time. If you have a paper due on next Friday, then do it by next Wednesday. That way, if you can't finish it in time, you have 2 days of bonus time. Okay, I think that's a good place to end the stream for now. No, wait, let's write this person a poem. Let's write this person a poem. This world is a varied at times, and sometimes it's hard to look up. Sometimes it's very hard to look up. Things will get better. Indeed, we are gonna end the stream with a poem. I'm trying to think of a topic right now. I'm trying to think of a topic that I feel strongly about that I can do, you know? Okay. Sometimes love is complicated. Sometimes love is complicated. At best. Sometimes people are especially so. Especially so. Given time and effort and genuine hope. Time and effort and genuine effort. And genuinely hope. I believe everyone can find a place they belong. A place. Sometimes I feel extraordinarily lonely. Syllables are off here. Sometimes I feel very lonely. Sometimes I feel very lonely. Extraordinarily. That's 6 syllables. Feel especially. Sometimes I feel especially lonely. But I just need to keep going on. Just need to keep going. To keep on going on. Because I truly believe my friendships. Because I truly believe in my friendships. I truly believe in my bonds. My single bonds. Life is lonely at times. At times. Only at times. Things will get better for us all. Us all. One day, we will grow. We will grow. We will learn. The world will change. The world will change. There we go. That one's a bit short, but I think it's okay. It's a bit haphazardly put together though, you know? Okay, let me find someone to raid real quick, okay? Let me raid Sari, because I haven't raided Sari in a while, right? And Sari's playing Omori, right? Which is like a very mental health focused game, or you know, it's like a metaphor for mental health and like trauma and all that kind of stuff. So you know, and it's also been Sari's birthday, right? So we're gonna raid Sari. Here we go. The raid message is happy birthday, okay, everyone? The raid message is happy birthday. I'll give you guys like a minute for that. And we are a go.
Hi guys, again.
Happy birthday! Woo!